My name's Marie Anderson, and I'm representing our over 55 group. And when Pastor West came up with the idea that we were to share information about our ministries in a testimonial, I went into panic mode, and I have to admit I'm still in it. So please forgive me. I really thought, I can't do this. I've never seen a burning bush. I've never had a come to Jesus moment. I grew up in the church always knowing that Jesus Christ was my Lord and Savior. When I was young, I went to some of the tent revival meetings and listened to people give their testimonials. It was a really wonderful experience, and looking around, there's probably not many of you that actually have had that experience. But if you ever get the chance to, you need to go. I was even lucky enough to go to one of Billy Graham's crusades and watched hundreds of people be saved through testimony. But their experiences weren't mine. How in the world was I going to give a testimonial? Then I started thinking how the idea of the over 55 group actually came to me. And it all started with a nagging idea in the back of my mind. I thought about it for a few months, and I talked it over with my husband. We talked about different ideas, but I never really did anything. But that nagging feeling never went away. You see, when my husband and I started attending United Methodist Church, we only had one service. If we had meals, they were always right after the service. And it felt like it was just a small family. Then the church started to grow, which is not a bad thing. We added a second service. We added Wednesday night meals and Bible studies. We added other activities, but they were geared mostly to the younger generations. All of this was wonderful, but as I looked around, fewer and fewer of our older members were able to participate. Again, I started to get that nagging feeling that something needed to be done to keep our senior members active, and that they were still feeling that they were still part of the church and not being left out. The feeling that I needed to do something kept getting stronger and stronger. Was this perhaps God that was making me feel so strongly that I needed to do something? Didn't know what it was, but I needed to do something. After talking it over with our pastor at the time, I thought maybe we could do a lunch meal. Since so many of our seniors would not be able to drive at night, we'd be able to fellowship during the day. So I made up a sign-up sheet, and of course you know that our church is the church of the perpetual sign-up sheets, as one is going around today. And 17 people signed up. But then my husband became very ill, and the idea of forming an over 55 group was set aside for about a year. But that nagging feeling still never went away. One of the last things that my husband David said to me before he died was to stay active and close to the church. So in February of 2011, I dusted off that sign-up sheet, checked to see if the people were still interested, and we started the over 55 lunch group. Over the past, I said 2 years in the morning service, but now it's actually been 3 years, our group has grown. The most attendees we've ever had is 45, but we average about 30 to 35 each month. Once upon a time, we were going to give our group a better name, but apparently we had a senior moment and forgot all about it, because we're still the over 55 group. If you would like to check us out, tomorrow is our October get-together. The theme for the month is comfort food, and we'll be having Danton's special mac and cheese, and we're going to have chicken and dumplings and a shepherd's pie for our main dishes. Hope everybody's hungry. So we meet the first Monday of every month, unless there's a holiday. If you're over 55 and would like to be part of our group, please bring a salad or dessert and join us here in the Family Life Center at noon. We'd love to see you there. Thank you. Now it's time for our